United States Marine Pipe Band Drum Corps.
Are we going? Are we live?
Yep.
Okay, tell that story you're about to tell.
So when I was younger, I was playing with these friends, or maybe a friend. I don't remember the exact incident, but we were playing with toy guns. We were like, pew pew, we're shooting each other, pew pew. And then either my parents or my friend's parents came up and were like, you never ever pretend to shoot someone with a gun. That's not funny. But like, it was very intense, and I felt very shamed and very nervous about it. But the other parents, like, didn't have an issue with it and had been letting us, like, do it. So it's this weird, like...
Were both parents there? Was there, like,
I guess
thing
so.
where
Like, I remember it being totally fine with one set of parents, and then the other set of parents just, like, giving me a complex about it. And we were talking about violence earlier, so this is relevant.
No, and I can piggyback right onto this, because as a child, I was not allowed to have toy guns.
At all?
At all. But it was more so, the way it was explained to me, which may explain my family's background, is they're like, if you walk around with a toy gun, a cop might drive by and see you with a gun and think that's a real gun and shoot you and murder you.
Damn. Yeah, but you're white.
I know, but even back then, my parents, they're like, you walking around with any kind of gun is asking for trouble.
Bad idea.
Toy gun or not.
Right on.
And, but I would go to, like, my cousin's house, and they'd have guns and whatnot, and we'd shoot them. And then when my parents got divorced, it's like, this was some doctrine from my dad for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Which is shocking, because he's, I don't know, whatever.
Not like that?
Yeah, but, so I didn't have toy guns for the longest time, and then whenever they got divorced and it was just my mom, then I was allowed to have all the toy guns that I ever wanted. I really didn't get a lot. I don't think I really was interested in them, but I did get a couple of them cap guns.
Yeah.
Those cap guns are fun.
Yeah, I think that's what I had.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Why were you making the pew-pew noises?
Well, no, because I didn't have caps for the gun.
That
we were
sucked.
just playing with the cap gun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're not rich.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying, you get, that's the whole, man, I don't know, does this cap gun industry exist? It was a great idea. It was like, you make them buy the gun, but then they have to keep buying these fucking caps over and over again.
Yeah.
It's
a whole
racket.
A whole racket. But, so then this leads me to wonder, like, why let me have a toy gun at all? If it's not because, like, I'm gonna, like, shoot the grass, like, this is super fun. They're like, oh, don't pretend to shoot people, that's not funny. Don't pretend to shoot animals, that's not funny. And I'm like, why the fuck do I have this gun?
You couldn't even shoot animals with it? You're just supposed to have a toy gun and do pretend target practice?
Exactly, like, what am I doing with this? What's the point? What am I playing? Because I guess they were probably like, oh, well, if they pretend to shoot people, they might actually shoot people later in life. They pretend to shoot animals, they might actually shoot animals later in life. And I'm like, well, then why give me the gun? I don't know, what are we doing here?
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are we doing here?
Asking the wrong person. You should ask your
Dear
parents.
Parents and audience at large,
what's
the deal?
I mean, I get the idea of not wanting your kids to, like, play with guns and shoot them at, like, people.
Right.
But really, in a child's mind, like a normal functioning brain, that's just like, it's akin to, like, playing tag.
Right.
It's like, instead of tagging you, I'm shooting you.
Yeah, and, like, I would not get an actual gun and actually shoot you. I think I was old enough to know that, like, if I shot someone with an actual gun, they would die, and there would be a lot of negative repercussions to that.
That's good to know.
Do that. Yeah.
I feel like I knew things died at, like, a young age.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some kids, I don't get this idea that, like, kids don't understand, like, death.
Yeah.
I think that's just an excuse for, like, to excuse, like, psychopaths when they, like, oh, well, yeah, he killed his pet gerbil, but that's just because he didn't know what it meant. It's like, no, he's a fucking psycho.
Right. Well, and I think that they, like, to a certain extent don't get it, but they understand how heavy it is, even if they don't understand what that heaviness is composed of, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. I'm just saying, I never killed an animal as a kid.
Right, yeah, because you know not to do that.
I didn't even kill my little sister, and I probably should have.
Yeah, hell. Look how that turned out.
Right.
Kind of wish you would have.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Ugh.
Shocking that I didn't. So, but I was a civilized...
Yeah, you knew. Even though you didn't totally understand death, you knew it was a big deal. You knew not to do that.
So... I really don't want to kill my sister. Just want to. That's just bad vibes.
Okay.
But man.
Yep. But I still remember to this day how heavily shamed I was for pretending to shoot my friend with a gun. And
So, how do you want to rebel? What do you want to go do now?
I want to shoot my friend in the face with a gun.
You want to go out and play laser tag and
No.
send them some selfie? Look what
Not
I'm
at
doing.
all. But I'm wondering what the best way is to like have these conversations with children. Because I don't think that was helpful to me being so heavily shamed by that, and then it like kind of gave me a complex.
Right. It's even harder, I would think, today and in like the distant future, if I were ever to have children, like far into the distant future, it's going to be like so different than even today, because the ways in which children are able to access violence or simulated violence or guns or whatever is just so much easier. You know, you can pull up a game on your phone, a video, you know, any kind of digital
right
game.
there.
You have a gun, first-person shooter. You're shooting people much easier in a
Fake,
world.
digital world.
Digital world.
Well, and the other thing is, you have to like prepare your kids for the expectations of other people, not just you. Because like you may be like, it's okay to play with guns, and it's okay to pretend to shoot as long as you know not to. But what about their friends' parents? Or, you know, at school, it's not okay to even have a toy gun. That's not even funny a little bit, and don't even pretend to shoot somebody with fake finger guns. Like, you know, so you have to like prepare them for all of these different expectations and all of these different locations, and it's just.
I would just say, like, as a general rule, I'm probably not going to, like, purchase a kid a toy gun.
Right, me either.
And I don't even know if they make them still, and if they do, they probably make them in, like, the bush, like at Walmart's. Like, I don't just...
Well, I'm thinking even, like, the, like, squirt guns or something, like, very obviously a toy. It doesn't have to, like, look real and, like, be a... whatever. What did we say? The
cap gun?
Cap guns, there we go. I was like, snapper, popper.
One of them snapper poppers.
Those snapper guns.
Oh,
You
man.
know.
But it's, heck, I mean, I might, you know, a squirt gun, maybe like a super soaker.
Yeah,
Those things are
fun.
expensive. Fuck
You can
that.
shoot people with super soakers.
Those things are pricey. I don't think I'm getting one of
Yeah,
those.
that's true.
That or like Nerf guns.
Yeah, Nerf guns.
Those are pricey.
Those are
But
cool.
those look even more and more like real guns nowadays.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, they looked not like real guns when I was a kid, and now they look like real guns.
It's scary. It's a scary world.
It's odd.
Just kidding, yeah.
What heck? I don't know. I remember when I was in like middle school and high school, like that paintball was got real popular.
Yep.
But I was like far too poor to own a paintball gun, so I could never play with my friends. They're like, why don't you have a paintball gun yet? You said you were gonna get one like 2 years ago. I'm
I
like,
have 2 pennies to my name.
I was like, well, I asked, and they said no because we don't have the money for.
Here is a box
toys.
of crackers. Happy birthday.
So no, and in the back of my head, I was like, do I really want a paintball gun?
Not so much.
No, not so much.
Yeah.
Seems like something you could you play for like 20 minutes, and then you're like, oh, that was
That
fun.
was cool. Next.
So I only played it a couple times. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, cool.
I don't think I ever paintballed.
Well, I mean, it's worth doing at least once for like 20 minutes.
Right.
But
Did you ever... There's a movie, and it's called Extreme Days. But it's like this super...
Jesus.
That cat's gonna be in that cereal box. It's this super, like... hipster, like, Christian movie.
Hipster
But it was
Christian.
also about extreme sports. It's really kind of a gem. I think I'd still love it, even despite how my life has changed.
So is paintballing an extreme sport?
Yes, so in that movie, apparently, there's like a scene devoted to this epic paintball war, and it made it look really fun. It was like they did this whole dramatic...
I mean, it's fun. I mean, any kind of game can be fun.
Can be.
For a limited... I mean, hell.
Except for, like, Monopoly.
No, I sound like a physical...
Okay.
You know what I really liked to play when I was a kid?
What?
Capture the Flag.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was a fun one.
I liked it at first, and then I realized I was terrible at it, and then I didn't like it anymore because I'm insecure about being bad at
I was
things.
not good at it. It was like, fuck, why does everyone always catch me?
How come I can never find the flag?
I feel like I'm fast, but apparently I'm not.
Wait, is Capture the Flag the one where you have the flag belts, or is Capture the Flag the one where you hide the flag? And then you're on teams, you have
Don't
to go
even
find
ask me about the details of the game.
Because I've played both.
It's something where you have like, it's kind of
Oh,
like...
I'm thinking of flag football.
This
versus
one is,
Capture the Flag.
Capture the Flag's kind of similar to football, where you have like a flag in
But you hide it somewhere, yes.
Or you hide it, or you have it in a designated like area, like a base.
Yes.
And the invading team has to go steal it
Right.
and get it back to their
Without getting
tagged or where the bullshit is. Yeah. That's the version of capture
Right
the
on.
flag.
We
You like
played a
captured
version,
the flag.
Yeah, we played a version at church camp though where they would hide. So we'd like split the camp in half,
Right.
and they'd each have a flag, and they'd hide it somewhere.
Well, that's also fun.
It was super fun. It'd be dark, and so then you'd have
Sounds
to like
dangerous.
try to sneak through. Yeah, in retrospect, I'm like, how the fuck did we get away with that? Like, we could have lost somebody's kid, some creep in the woods, could have like, they could have snuck off and probably had sex. They probably did. In retrospect, the older kids, those
I would have.
little sluts.
Well, I wouldn't have. Well, no one would have wanted to.
Me too.
You're like, nah. I'm like, okay, well,
Oh,
so
man. I was in a relationship with Jesus Christ, so. But yeah, it was a super cool premise though. Like you'd have to like sneak around, try not to get caught, or like act like you are a member of the other team. I did that a few times. Like, hey, you know, like, have you seen anybody like lurking around here? I thought I heard a noise
Lurking?
over there by
Lurking
that
around?
tree. Lurking.
Okay, sorry.
Lurking.
Lurking.
Because there's so many kids at this camp that you kind of forget who was and wasn't on your team.
Man. That
Just
sounds
make
fun.
them believe that you belong to them. Yeah.
I wish I would have went.
Yeah.
I probably would have liked the Jesus part.
Right.
Did you do that a lot, or is that just kind of the...
Oh, no,
damn
no.
it.
It's not a background part of this
Okay.
camp. There are some
Dang.
church camps where it's like that, but
Yeah.
not ours.
Darn it. I thought maybe, yeah, it's like, oh, capture the flag. And they're like, you know, Jesus, he
Also,
he
but then
also
let's play
invented
capture
this,
the flag.
yeah. But it's more like Jesus, and it was like also,
Also capture the
We're gonna play
flag.
capture the
Yeah,
flag
like
later.
one night out of the whole week.
oh, yeesh.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
I liked it.
I wish I would have went to one of those other ones.
Right, where they played capture the flag and didn't talk about Jesus.
Dang, I probably would have been
Next
too
time.
poor to go. Wait, do you have to pay, or are those free?
Well,
It's
see,
church.
the thing with Jesus camps
Oh.
is, like, they technically cost money, but anybody that wanted to go and couldn't pay, we would find a way to
Okay.
sponsor them.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that movie, Jesus Camp, or
No.
Jesus Church?
I
There
bet
is
it's
some-
called Jesus Church.
There was there was a documentary made. I think it was Jesus Camp now about Jesus Camp.
You talked to me about this, I think, but tell me again.
I don't know. I can't remember much about it, but you should watch it. I remember it being enlightening,
Right.
and entertaining.
I think it would be very interesting to me because I have a lot of mixed feelings on church camp now.
And I seem to remember like the church camps they were showing were like more of the, well, yeah,
More
like,
my type.
extreme. I mean, I don't know what it was, but these ones I remember were pretty extreme.
Yeah. I think there were a lot of really excellent things about my church camp, and then some things that were also not excellent. And it all depended on, like, who you were as well. I don't know. Like, what you were doing there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Like, for some people it was probably really healthy, and for some people it was probably really unhealthy, and... I don't know.
Whatever. I'll never do it.
Interesting phenomenon.
I guess I can go to one of them adult camps that apparently they have.
What?
Those adult summer
Is
camps,
that a thing?
allegedly.
For what losers?
Oh, they made it seem really cool in the
In the brochure?
the
the pamphlet?
viral video I seen on Facebook.
You should probably go.
Oh, it
I'll
seemed
get
like
you the time off
I
for work.
I think it was expensive because it's like adults and they're like, oh, they got money and they're doing some fucking.
Yeah.
I should open an adult
They're probably
summer camp.
paintballing and skydiving and shit. I want to go skydiving.
I thought I wanted to go skydiving, and the more I thought about it,
The worse it sounded.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would almost, I don't know, because I just know I'm going to have that thought as I'm free falling and the parachute doesn't open.
Or you're going to have that thought of, like, should I even open my parachute?
Well, yeah, you could have that one too, depends on the day. But you're just going to like, damn it, just for this rush?
Right.
Now
Now
it's
I'm
not
dead.
opening. And they go, oh, the odds are really low, but it could happen.
It could happen, and, like, stupid shit happens to me all the time.
It does. And like and also when it's like your first few times they make you do that thing where you're connected to a person.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't want to do that, and plus I'm gonna be yelling at that motherfucker because the parachute's not working, and I'm like, I fucking hate you. You're a piece of shit.
So, wait,
I'm
do
gonna
you
try to
each
land.
have a parachute, or is there just the one?
No, you're like connected and you share.
Well, what
a
if
parachute.
what if, though, like, they had you both wear one, just in case one didn't work?
Well, because you're on the other guy's back, so you can't.
Oh,
You know what I
shit.
mean? Yeah. They should make you do it face to face, so you could each have a parachute.
And then also you can, like, make out.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That'd be super cool.
Well,
Free falling and making out at the
it's
same
true.
time.
I'm sure people have done it, like these fucking skydivers. You know these people? What do they call them? Skydivers.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've done it.
Probably-
They're all out into living on the edge and whatnot.
Mhm.
You know,
Do you think they've boned in the sky?
Oh no, Google it.
Skydivers having sex
I'm sure.
while
like,
skydiving.
it seems like it would maybe be like physically difficult
Right.
to do.
Yeah.
So maybe it hasn't been done, but people have probably
the
like
first.
tried. I don't
Yeah.
know. Seems like it could be painful. Like
Yeah.
air could be shooting up into your vagina.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Well, maybe you have to go like head first.
Oh, okay. Or your fucking penis could get fucking whipped around. You think that'd be a lot of wind, right? Like, could a boner withstand that? I don't know.
I don't know. I've never had a boner, so
I wonder if
tell ya.
they put boners into a wind tunnel to see how much wind they can withstand.
This one withstands 60 miles per hour winds.
Like, do you think a boner can withstand an F3 tornado?
You've never seen it miss this house and miss that house and come straight after you
And get your boner.
and get your boner.
Oh my god. It's a good question, like the structural integrity.
Maybe we could ask some Texans
Well,
how their
apparently-
boners are doing.
Apparently penises can be broken.
What?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah,
I
there's...
don't know why I'm
oh,
sounding
what?
shocked. That makes sense. Anything else can't
So
be.
apparently penises can be broken, so they can't be that strong.
Right.
If they can be broken, so...
But also, I mean, okay, but like, you are withstanding all this wind and all that, so I can't feel like it would be that hard on your penis.
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends on how aerodynamic your penis is.
Yeah, but like...
Killing them blocky penises.
I mean, what's happening to like your fingers during that time, or like your ears, or your
Oh,
nose?
good question.
Yeah,
But
like is your penis that much weaker than the rest of your body?
I feel like your penis should be like a lot stronger than a finger. Like, you know, trying to lock it.
We'll have to ask some women what their take is on that. On that stance, as if I'm not a woman.
But maybe you want like not so. Maybe you want like one of those like a semi-soft penis, so it can kind of have some give
Oh yeah,
with the
that
wind.
could be fun. Well, and also it depends on like how, because like maybe if you're both falling like feet first, like you're like standing up, it's just then blowing it up.
What? Wait, come again? You're
That's
going
what he
feet
said.
first.
Yeah, so if you're falling feet first and it's like you're standing,
Yes.
then the wind is just blowing your penis up.
Okay.
Which you want it to be up. I mean, unless
That
it's like
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's probably. It's like I don't.
against your stomach.
Against your stomach. Just you gotta. I don't know. That could be, but. Okay.
All right,
Oh no! This we may have.
listeners, if any of you have had sex while skydiving,
Or
please
just
write.
skydive naked, but with a boner.
Yeah,
It
it
may-
had to have been hard.
It may be hard to even attain a boner when you're skydiving.
That's true. There's a lot going on, and it may.
You may be flustered.
But you may also be very sexually excited by everything
could
that's
be.
going on.
Someone's definitely skydived with a boner.
Right?
Like what? I mean, it's. I don't know why we're even asking acting like someone hasn't.
Statistically,
You've just had to have.
it has to have happened.
I mean, I gotta. You know what?
Google
I'm gonna bring up to
skydiving with
Google
boner. See what
But-
happens. This is why you tune in, folks. The important research happens here.
And I just gotta believe that it's been done. I mean,
if I can't believe in this, what can I believe in?
not much.
Hey, I don't think we've cursed very much during
No.
this podcast.
Did we at all?
Marlisa, we're cleaning it
You
up.
probably have like a lot.
Oh,
She's like,
God.
it's just so
She's
natural.
like, you said
to
the
us.
F word literally 20 times in the last 2 minutes. Good job,
Skydiving
Kels.
without a parachute with Rachel Ray with the stars.
Why
With
Rachel Ray?
A cold with a GoPro with a dog with a bee
Oh, that would be so
with a bad
unethical.
back with a baby with a BO.
Don't take your...
The board, a bowling ball,
Why would someone take a dog?
skydiving with a Bondi.
What's a bond?
No one has Googled this apparently yet.
We're the first.
Oh wait a minute.
Did you spell boner wrong?
Well, no, I did skydiving's one word.
Oh.
Let's see. The truth about tandems. Blue Sky magazine. My girlfriend, when you first got it out, did you have a boner? The woman claimed the pushed his erection against her in free fall and continued to do after so. The canopy opened.
Oh, was she skydiving with a teacher
Yeah.
and got a boner and
Yeah.
now she's suing him for sexual
Yeah,
harassment?
but that's just like
That sucks.
you're connected, aren't
Yeah,
you?
that shit just happens.
Like, what are you gonna do with that?
It's not like rape, it's like if I sneeze on you.
I'd have been like, that's not a boner. That
Like,
was
I
like
didn't
a.
mean to sneeze.
I'd have been like, that was like a fucking backup
I didn't mean
parachute.
to get a boner. Is that a backup parachute or are you just happy to be following me?
Oh, I don't know what this. I ask a skydiver instructor anything at bodybuilding.com forums.
Yeah!
All it says is Do you ever pop boners if it's a hot chick? I'm not even gonna.
I don't want to know if he has a boner. I want to know what happens to his boner. Maybe you should say skydiving with a boner.
I was skydiving and everything was going normal. He had a massive erection and started beating off. It was crazy. This is at another. I may get a virus from going to this message board.
It's worth it.
Look at this. It looks like it's from fucking 1990.
Oh, wow.
Ask me about being a professional
This is some MySpace shit right here.
Yeah, now I gotta go to find boner, erection.
Find boner.
Erection? I can't remember if it... Here we go.
There's an app for that.
I gotta go. So once I was skydiving and everything was going normal, it was a group jump. We were still in free fall when the other professional divers pulled his knife. And I'm kind of freaking out because it's used to cut excess lines, etc. Anyways, our first thought he was cutting around the waist straps, but it turns out he was just cutting a large circle around his penis. Soon I realized why. He had a massive erection and started beating off. It was crazy. Anyways, he beats off, and he got off right back in his face.
Oh,
Super high velocity. He actually got himself in the eye. He can no longer see in that eye. Pretty fucked up. But we all landed safely. It's this. So a man, if I'm to believe Bill Nye, on a post on...
This is the Bill Nye.
From August 22nd, freaking 2008 at 12:20 p.m.
Oh my god. I was a sophomore in high school.
On the 2+2 poker forums.
I believe
Ask me about being a professional skydiver message thread. That a man while skydiving cut a hole in his crotch of his pants
in order to beat off.
To beat off and took a cum shot to the eye and went blind in that eye.
Well, the velocity was just so intense that it.
You know what? It may be
I'm
true.
buying it.
I don't. Hey, you know what? If that's not an authoritative source, I don't know what is.
Skydiving sex? Question mark.
Apparently people have not Googled this as much. There seems to be
I'm really disappointed, actually.
Anecdotal, perhaps. Seems like a lot of people get boners if you're attached, if you got one of them tandems.
Yeah.
A lot of people bitching about that. I guess they call it an adrenaline boner.
Yeah, it makes sense. Honestly. I can't be mad.
Apparently there's a meme.
Oh, it's that,
What is that?
What's that meme called?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
But,
It's the nerdy high school kid with braces.
Yeah. Anyways, apparently... Oh, shut the fuck up.
Whoa!
Whoa, so anyways,
Joel Osteen.
We'll get to that.
I'm so excited.
That's so, if you ever go skydiving,
watch out for boners.
Pick the right instructor.
Pick a sexy instructor.
Yeah, an older gentleman, perhaps.
And make sure that my pants are easy to remove.
And I'd be like, hey, man, I was prepared.
Whip out my knife, cut a hole.
Let me get that for you. He's like, you're stabbing me in the penis.
What would really suck is just like, you don't have time to finish. You know, you're like skydiving, and then it's like, oh, it's time to pull the parachute. I guess you could finish while you're floating.
Yeah, because don't you slow down when you're floating?
Yeah. You got some time to work with.
See, I'm late. I'd be more of the like, I'll jerk off in a hot air balloon. I need more of a leisurely.
That could be fun.
I'm just up here floating around. Let them crazy people
with their skydiving thing. I'm just gonna touch myself in this hot air balloon. You can have sex in a hot air balloon.
All the other people in their hot air balloons are floating by. It's like, Jesus Christ.
What's up?
What's up, bitches? They're like, you're gonna hit those power lines. I'm like, no, no better else.
Not concerned.
No better else way to go.
Got nothing better else to do.
But I don't know. It only makes sense. Like, you can only skydive so many times before it gets boring, and you're like, you know what?
I gotta spice this up.
I probably gotta jerk off
while
I do
out
this.
my boner.
I'm already getting an adrenaline boner, so
might as well use it.
Might
Never
as
waste
well.
a boner, they say.
Jesus. So, anyways, yeah, from one boner to another, Joel Osteen.
I'm so excited. What?
Oh, you haven't heard about the criticism he's been receiving?
Well, he's been receiving criticism for a long time for a lot of reasons.
Well, his mega church is located down there in Texas.
What's it called?
His church?
Yeah, you don't know.
Fucking
That's okay.
Lakewood Church.
I get all of these megachurch pastors confused, is why I asked.
Well, yeah.
Because I somewhat know about some of them coming from a religious place in life.
I know Joel Osteen because I see him on TV.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like a con man, a bad person. Well, that's just what I took out of it. It seemed a little sleazy. But that's neither here nor there. What happened was he has one of the huge mega, like an arena, like a mega church. And they did not open it up for refugees from this flooding.
Oh, I
in
did
Texas.
see something about that.
And everyone was like, this motherfucker has a huge facility to house people and he's not opening it up. What's wrong with you, mother? And then after people bitched, he finally opened it up and he's like, oh, well, no one asked me.
Right.
And this is supposed to be a man of Jesus.
Yeah. WWJD, motherfucker.
Yeah.
What would Jesus do?
Jesus do. But he's one of those prosperity gospel people.
Yeah.
Which seems
well, these people
weird.
should have worked hard and gotten an arena to save themselves.
Yeah, because God wants you to be rich or some bullshit.
Because, that's how Jesus lived. For
No.
sure. He was rich and he didn't help anybody, right?
I don't know. I
No,
thought he was a carpenter.
Yeah,
maybe
you're
I
right.
maybe I
He
read
was
the
a
wrong
humble
thing.
man, and he helped everybody. That was the joke.
Well, no, according to. Anyways, that dumb motherfucker had to open up his church, and now they're in there, and he's acting like he's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Ugh. I don't know.
Ugh, he's a scumbag.
On the one hand, like, my initial reaction is like, why does he even have a mega church that's the size of an arena when there are still people starving to death? But on the other hand, I'm like, I have lots of nice things that other people don't have.
Yeah,
so who am I to
but
judge?
what I think when you're a man of faith, to the level that he is,
right,
you should be helping
people more. But like, I would still, in a very different sense, probably consider myself a person of faith.
Yeah.
But I'm not helping in any kind of way whatsoever.
Yeah, but I mean, he has the means.
Yes, but technically I have the means.
Which were given to him by God, according to his
gospel,
doctrine or whatever.
Which is not mine at all.
So he should be, I mean, God wants him to have that, but I believe part of that is he should also be
sharing the love.
I'm not saying he needs to be going around cutting checks to anyone. I'm just saying, open the fucking...
Did you just say cutting checks?
Hunting checks. Hunting checks. But I'm just saying, hey man, open the church up, help some people, give them some fucking water.
Yeah.
Feed them, clothe them.
Right.
Give them shelter.
To the least of these.
Yeah. Quote some of that shit. And you know what? He finally did it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Another thing that I find interesting is, not to get into this deeper into this religion thing.
Go on.
But you see these things where people post a picture of like a cross. They're like, this cross survived the flood. God is with us. And I'm like, why didn't he just not flood?
Right.
Why did he not just flood the city and ruin everyone's lives?
So what's super interesting to me about that is that these people will be like, oh, well, God didn't choose for the city to be flooded. It happened. But then I'm like, but you believe that, like, God intervenes in lives, right? Like, you believe when you pray, God makes changes, God healed your sister's cancer, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, well, then why didn't God stop this flood? Like, I believe that God is just pretty hands-off, if God is.
Well, I'm willing to not buy that, but that argument is a little more palatable. I could, like, maybe he's just a guy that he's, like, fucking... I created that shit and I flick it and I'm just like watching it and I'm like, oh man, I created fucking weather. That's gonna fuck with you.
I'm just gonna let it do its thing. And I'm not gonna cure your sister's cancer either. Like, I don't buy any of that kind of shit.
Well, there's too many. Like, fuck them.
Right.
You guys die all the time. You're not like my fucking pet. I don't know who the fuck you are.
Right. Well, and if you believe in God how you say you do, Christians, like, God has a plan for after death, so, like, what's it to him if you die?
Yeah.
You're going to a better place at that point.
Or that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Who gives a fuck?
I'm just saying, I just find it cute that he'd be like, I'm gonna let that cross, and I'm gonna protect that.
Yep,
so
I'm gonna let tons of people die from this weather phenomenon, but that cross will live.
And then they'll see it, and they'll be like, man, God is here.
Yeah.
I just don't think he would do that.
No, I don't think God would either.
I think he'd be like, man, maybe I shouldn't drown them.
Right.
I probably shouldn't.
Help brother out.
Man, But, maybe he's a hands... either there is no God or he's just hands off.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong
Live your lives.
with either of those.
Mm-hmm.
But, if he's if he's hands
comfortable
off...
either way.
Whatever. I would be too.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's a lot of stress.
I don't want...
Anxiety.
God's an introvert, man.
You don't see him a lot.
He doesn't come out, he doesn't hang out, he doesn't talk.
Doesn't speak up.
He's at home watching Netflix.
He's that kid in the back of class.
God, do you have anything to contribute to this subject? No, Mrs. Madsen. I don't know where I got that name from.
I don't know. But, this flood, man, it's flooding like crazy down there.
Shit, dude, it is.
I've been watching it on the TV, and, man, I just feel for them so much because their houses are being flooded.
I haven't
sucks.
really been watching it.
Oh, me, I don't have cable.
Maybe that's why I don't feel for them. I should
have said watch. I've been like looking at news stories online. I've at least done that.
Yeah, I haven't done that.
Okay.
But I'm vaguely aware.
Man, I had another point. I was gonna bring up.
Sorry, I interrupted.
But it's gone. It's escaped me. Maybe I'll find it again.
I was gonna say how I have no empathy. I don't feel that bad for them. They're not real people to me in my mind. It just hasn't sunk in, I'm like, oh, whatever. It's just a thing that happens. It happens all around the world. People are starving all the time. People are getting murdered all the time. What's it to me?
Well, you haven't been exposed to it,
right.
as you said. So maybe once it happens, you're like, oh, that fucking guy's
that sucks.
Fucking house is
right. Well, and
underwater.
I'm sad in a general sense, but it just doesn't really affect me. I'm like, yeah, that's a sucky thing, but it's natural and normal and whatever.
And we come from an area in the bush where things get flooded sometimes, but not everything, and not my stuff. So I'm just like, oh, those people fucking 2 towns over got flooded. Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't live in a place that gets flooded.
Yeah, idiots.
That's why I live up on a hill.
Yeah.
If the water don't come there.
Yep, we're good up here on this hill.
Yeah. So,
2 in the bush on the hill.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Up on the bluff, in fact.
2 in the bluff.
Yeah, 2 in the bluff. You just look down the bluff at the river while it's flooding other people. You're like, man, why do you live down there?
Suck.
You're dumb.
Yeah.
There's a bluff right over here.
Idiots.
You idiot.
Remember, was it 2008, that big flood in New Orleans?
What?
Hurricane Katrina.
Wasn't that
2008?
a couple years before that? Was that 2008?
Let's look this up.
Gee.
Hurricane Katrina.
I want to say that was 2006 or 7.
You could be right.
But I could be way off. I'm probably wrong.
Hurricane Katrina. Oh shit, 2005.
Shit,
You're right.
I was much closer than you.
You're right. Yeah.
2006.
I was a youngin', whatever. Maybe I was thinking of the stock market thing.
I thought it flooded up here during that time period.
Oh yeah, floods of 08. Hell, you might be right, or maybe I'm the
fucking flood master. I know all these floods.
Well, but I don't these people that were really committed to continuing to live in New Orleans after that happened. We're gonna go back, we're gonna rebuild it, and we're gonna move back into our houses. I'm like, fuck that shit. I mean, the hell out of Dodge after that happened to me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people did. But yeah, some people did go back, right?
Yeah.
Some people have that real, some people, actually like where they came from.
Right.
So
and I don't understand that. I don't have connections to anything.
Yeah. Neither do I. I'm like, whatever. Let it burn. But some people are, I don't know.
Nostalgic.
They're nostalgic.
Committed. Have feelings.
Some people are really into that, especially people in the South are real into that, that family,
That's true.
My grandpappy lived here, and his grandpappy, heritage, and he fucking was a blacksmith. He made the first fucking horseshoe in this town.
Not a black.
He was a black. He was a blacksmith. He fucking, some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
I don't care about none of that.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. What's it to me?
So, I'm out.
Bye. This place flooded once. That's all I need.
It's really humid down there too.
Yeah.
Who wants to live down there?
Although, I think New Orleans sounds like a fun town.
I mean, fuck, I'm going to Mardi Gras. I'll go visit.
Hell yeah.
I ain't living down there.
Let's have 2 in the bush Mardi Gras New Orleans.
We are. When is Mardi? Is that in the spring?
March. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's fucking do
Well, maybe not this coming March, but the next one.
Yeah, eventually. March when we have money.
I need more time to say. I was like, what that is far away. I could maybe say, I was like, not quite far enough.
Not quite far enough.
But We'll
Yeah.
that
I'd
looks
love
cool.
to. It's one of the places I'd like to visit. It would be cool.
I would, yeah. It looks awesome when it's not like
But I wouldn't
underwater.
live there. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't living there. Fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit.
Man, it is flooding.
Oh, we picked our profanity back up.
Oh yeah, well.
Sorry, Marlisa.
Sorry, well, we're gonna not take it down a notch.
Watch your profanity.
Man, what else is going on? We got
in the world.
flood. Fucking Trump's
I was just gonna ask what Trump's been up to.
not doing much. Apparently his wife was down there in high heels or something, and people got all pissed off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, she's down in the flood, and he's like $80,000 high heels.
Oh good lord.
I mean, that's an exaggeration. I don't know how much that shit
I
costs.
like to think that there aren't any high heels that cost $80,000.
I mean, there probably are.
There probably are, and it just breaks my heart.
So
I'm lying to myself.
what was the other thing about the floods? Oh, here's another thing that I thought was very interesting.
Yes.
So there's this reporter that was there, and he put out a tweet, and he's like, oh, hey, I just alerted the police to some looters, and they're now on the scene. Now, he caught shit on Twitter for this, because looters looting a store that's like 3 foot of water, a grocery store, during a flood. So basically there's people trying to get like starving because they're in the middle of a natural disaster trying to get food, and this guy was all like, oh yeah, I got the cops, and everyone's like, you dumb motherfucker. I was like, why are you I was like, these are people that are trying to eat. They're probably without water or food.
Is there anyone working the store?
No, the store's...
Then let them take the food.
And the food's like, the store's ruined, it's flooded.
Right.
So like,
take the damn food.
And no one's grabbing a fucking TV walking through 4 feet of water.
Right, they're grabbing like bread.
To take it home and plug it into their fucking house that's flooded,
right.
that has no electricity.
Looters.
So people were like, gave that guy shit, which he rightly deserved.
I would agree.
Like, what a scummy thing to do, man. You're just like, I'm definitely going to break into a fucking grocery store.
Right. If
like
I
right
don't
now.
have food and I need food. And like, if there were people at that grocery store manning the counters, I would pay them for the food.
Well, if I'm working at a grocery store, if I'm working at I'm not going to be like, you got to pay.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm standing, why am I out working 3 feet of water?
But the point is, these aren't thieves.
Right.
These are people that need food, and this is the closest source of food, and it's not open, so they're gonna just get food.
Like, when I feel, like, when there's an emergency like that, certain things are,
go by the wayside.
Go by the wayside. I'm not saying you can fucking murder people or anything, but I'm saying you can definitely...
You can take some bread
take
and
some
eggs.
fucking bread and water and fucking survive.
Right.
Not have to worry about some fucking CNN reporter or some bullshit narking you out.
Bitch,
Some rich fuck from New York
he's got
in
all
a
the
fucking
food
boat.
He needs,
His house ain't flooded.
Yeah, he's like sailing.
Yeah, he's sailing on his yacht.
Driving right by. They're like, hey, can I have some food from you? Hell no, motherfucker. Okay, then I'm gonna go into this grocery store. All these fucking looters. Right?
Yeah. He's like, fuck. He's like, bring me out some Perrier.
What's Perrier?
Whatever, that fancy water.
Oh.
With the spark,
I don't even know.
That comes in the green bottle.
Festive? Nope, never heard.
What?
Look it up. Show me. Perrier. How do you spell Periet?
Oh man, what the... Perrier? Perrier?
Pierre.
Pierre? Did I say it wrong?
What is it? Oh.
How do you say that?
I've seen it. I don't know. Perrier?
No, you're like, you said that wrong, motherfucker. Oh.
Perrier.
Perrier.
Prius. Toyota Prius. Going for a sponsorship.
People are like, you dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, hey, if you know how to say it, why don't you just go ahead and voice message us?
Yeah, go ahead. Let us know.
I'd say call us, but we don't have a podcast number, and I'm not giving you my number. All 3 of you who already have my number.
But, yeah, fuck that narc.
Yeah, that asshole.
Shame on that narc.
Yeah. Get better things to do with your time. Why don't you, make it so they don't have to loot grocery stores?
Really? You should be bringing them food.
Yeah, asshole. Where's
Jesus.
your contribution?
You and Joel Osteen should be hanging out.
Those motherfuckers.
In your fucking mega church.
Yeah. Your stadium.
Your stadium.
Empty of people because you're not helping.
Well, he did finally help, but just because he's peer pressure.
Resentfully.
Oh, well.
Oh, nobody asked me to help.
Let's go do that again. Shit. What else is going on in today's world?
What's Trump been tweeting lately? Anything new and exciting?
Oh, I know.
I wish that we lived in a country where the president didn't have a Twitter. That's all I'm... Not that it should be illegal for a president to have a Twitter, but just like... As a president, I would choose to not have a Twitter because it seems rather distasteful to me. I don't know.
Have you ever heard of grapefruiting?
Yes.
What? I don't know. This is just the news story. Apparently it's something that Will Smith is into. Apparently he's a grapefruiter.
I mean, it sounds, honestly, when I heard of it, I was like, I feel like this is, like, fake and no one actually does it, but it seems like it might not be unpleasant.
Tell me what it is, because I have just opened this article and...
Yes, let me inform you. So you take a grapefruit.
Okay.
And you cut off the ends.
Okay.
And then you cut out the middle. What if we're talking about two very different things?
No, I mean, I'm reading like a description as you're saying this, so it kind of sounds...
I'm on the right track?
It sounds like you're...
Okay, good. I was like, what if it's something very innocent? I'm
No.
revealing this really sick, twisted shit. And then they're like, no, you just take a grapefruit and you throw it at your dad. Like, that's... Okay, so you cut out the middle, and then you give a blowjob, but you incorporate the grapefruit instead of, like, your hand. So it's like... It apparently feels more like a vagina, and then it also, like, smells nice, the citrus.
Right.
I don't know. It seems like a lot of effort.
And it seems like way too... I just can't imagine myself, like, in that moment of, like, yes, I'm cutting the fruit.
I'm gonna go get the grapefruit.
So I can stick my penis in it.
Hang on, honey. The woman is supposed to do it.
Please, stick my penis in this grapefruit.
Well, my concern was always, like, would it sting if you had, like, any little cuts, or, like, if it got in the urethra? Like, it's very acidic juice.
Why do you have a little cut on your penis?
I don't know what you're doing in your spare time.
You've done something wrong.
Maybe in the area, maybe you've done some, like, ball shaving and the juice leaks
down.
down.
Oh, okay. Still, you're still doing it wrong if you're cutting your... I've never cut myself.
I've cut myself shaving, not my balls, but shaving.
I don't want to get too personal, but...
Anyway, so I first saw the instructional video about grapefruiting, and I assumed that no one in real life actually did it.
Apparently
Will
Jada
Smith
Pinkett
is
does.
into it?
Yeah, apparently.
I could see how the smell of citrus could be nice.
Well, it says...
I'm sure it'd be an interesting feeling.
It says he taught her about it.
What does that mean?
I don't know what taught about it.
Right, does that mean, like, look at my penis with this grapefruit on it and now put it in your mouth? Or does that mean, like, here's this funny video of this lady online grapefruiting and going...
Well, she said he told her decades ago. She told...
How old is she? She's not decades old.
Jada Pinkett?
Oh, is that his wife?
Yeah.
I thought that was his daughter.
What? Why was his daughter? Why was Will Smith
That's
telling
why I was so disturbed. I was
Jesus
like, what the
Christ.
fuck? Why is he showing her this?
No, that's his wife.
Okay, well then
his
it's fine.
wife.
Hey, whatever
Apparently
they're into,
they're swingers.
Good for them.
That's the Hollywood gossip.
Yeah.
They, like, swing around.
Why not? Everybody's still like, oh my god, swingers. And I'm like, that's so natural, I think.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not.
If you're two consenting adults and you agree to that, why
Exactly.
not?
It's like, I don't know anything negative about it as long as the two participants are in agreement.
Yeah.
So, but apparently, yeah, Will Smith he knew about the grapefruiting. I never knew what this was either. Is this now?
You need to watch the video.
Is this a thing people actually do, or is this just a thing?
I think it's just a funny video. Have you seen it?
No.
You should look
Is it
up
a YouTube
grapefruit job. Yeah.
Grapefruit job?
Yeah. It's worth it.
Jesus.
One time I did like an impersonation of this video, and I think I almost actually caused Shane to die.
How to grapefruit your man?
Yeah, but that's a really long version.
Oh.
Maybe Angel teaching her grapefruit technique.
I understand.
Yeah.
Is this it?
This is slightly shorter. Yeah, let's like skip ahead though. Oh, who's this?
Wait a minute, what? Is this different?
Who's that hoe?
I don't know.
Okay, this is the right lady.
Normally you can only get this technique in one of my classes, but
okay, we can't. People are gonna be. They're listening to this.
Okay, but
they're like,
let's
I
just
watched
skip to the good part.
Okay. Well, here you
turn it on up.
No better. Do not microwave it. Do not boil it.
Farther ahead.
Farther. She's just cutting the ends off.
Now, when you
Okay,
break
Jesus.
here.
he has to be blindfolded. There's no ands, ifs, buts about it. Why? You came to the bedroom with a grapefruit. What is your man gonna say? What are you gonna do with that? Is it gonna burn and all that other thing?
See, I
You don't
wondered
want
that.
any of that.
Okay,
So
you know
this
what?
is
This
what
makes
you
more
do.
sense now that I'm blindfolded. Because
Something a little
it's a surprise. You're like, oh, what is this?
blindfolded. Your man will blindfold himself if he knows he's gonna get some head. The man is in the bed. You have the grapefruit already prepared under the bed. You smell the citrus in the air. He thinks you have on some Victoria's Secrets or something. He has no idea. What you're gonna do is you're a woman of your word. Now you have to get his penis erect. So what you're gonna do is just suck his dick, just like you said you were gonna
Ready?
That made me fart.
do. Once he's nice and erect, what you're
That's how hard I was laughing internally.
gonna twist
That's
up
it.
and
You,
down.
I mean, if you want to watch the
No,
actual
it's, I
grapefruit,
get, do you have,
yes, you have to make that
it's not
sound.
a sound you have to,
It's part of the technique.
I'd be a little scared if I was blindfolded and started hearing
Oh,
that. What the hell is this racket?
I just want to know, does she always sound like that when she gives head?
Yes, it appears so. What is that noise?
I think
What is
that
she
would
doing?
really take me out of the moment
What
as
is
a
she
man.
doing? She's like slurping? Is that what that is? I don't
Maybe she doesn't want it to get too saliva-y.
It sounded like very saliva. It sounded like more saliva.
Yeah, but she's
Yeah.
like slurping it up
Oh, okay.
as she goes.
That's
Maybe she produces more saliva than the average woman, and so she has to slurp as she
Alright,
goes.
that's probably part of it. You know what? I do now understand. Because now that you're blindfolded, I get it. It's like a surprise.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it is a sensation.
Well, and what she said is it feels like you're getting head and pussy at the
Yeah.
same time.
I get it.
I wonder if that's true.
I gotta think a vagina feels different than a grapefruit.
I mean, I would think too, but I've never had my penis inside of a vagina or had a penis, so
Someday,
someday I might.
maybe you will.
I mean, if somebody offered me like a free sex change, I'd think about it, I guess.
Well, let me just tell you this: it feels decent.
Yeah?
That's a man.
You hear that, ladies? It feels decent.
It's not a bad sensation. You know, there's been fucking murders, war, so many things done in this world because of how
Because
a
of
vagina
a penis
felt.
and a vagina,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, how much more can I say?
Yeah, that's true. Well, no, Chet, those were for love.
No, they were because of the vagina.
They were about pussy.
But I mean, love. Some of that. Let me go back. Obviously, no, I wouldn't even call that love. It's more like obsession.
Yeah.
Like a creepy
And
obsession.
probably the vagina plays a big role in that.
It does play a role for sure. But yeah, like obsession. Like if you're murdering someone.
Right.
It's I mean, the vagina is a part of that, but also you're obsessed with the person to an
Yes.
unhealthy
Yeah.
degree.
Yeah.
And you're also a sick person. But there's been so many things done just because of people and vaginas and
Yeah.
penises.
The vagina is a powerful thing.
It is. And the penises too.
Yeah.
And so it's like kind of a more, well, maybe I want to rephrase that. It's a weak thing. Because it meets a vagina and it's just like, oof.
Oof.
That's mine.
Whatever you want.
I will kill for this.
I will do anything to have this.
Yeah. And then the vagina is like, I'm moving on.
Nah. You're okay, I guess.
Not so much into that.
Yeah.
And then, crazy shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I think every war has been fought in the world. I read this somewhere because
Of a
a
vagina.
vagina. Mm-hmm. I just made that up.
That's deep.
Not true. Usually
I'm really
it's men.
interested in how World War II fits into this.
Well, there's all kinds
A vagina.
No, all kinds of shit you can read out there about Hitler and his fucked up dick.
Yeah.
And like how he was sexually repressed because his dick was all fucked up and all these STDs he had, etc. And it's hard to really know if people are just that's like become part of history because it's like, oh, how can we hit Hitler? Like
Right.
say he had a fucked
Yeah.
up dick because there's nothing worse you can
Say about a man.
bet a man that he had a
Yeah.
fucked up dick,
Mhm.
or maybe he really had a fucked up dick and that's why he's fucked up because nothing's
Right.
gonna fuck up a man more than
Having a
a
fucked up dick.
So I mean, unless you see the dick,
Right.
you never know. They also say that about Bill Clinton, that he has a fucked up dick.
Well, that's interesting. Seeing as how he was getting action in the White House.
Mm-hmm. He was.
Yeah.
Not from his wife either.
No, well, yeah, so somebody had to do it.
Yeah. Well, could you imagine having sex with her?
Uh,
You're like, you know what? I might be that person.
I just think that if you
I mean,
had the right connection with her, she could
humorous.
really let go.
She is a tough lady, man.
I bet that they haven't had sex in like 40 years, though.
Jesus.
Do you
Probably.
think she's a lesbian?
No, I don't. I mean, she could be. I mean, if she is, I would support her. I'd be like, hey, let us know. Come out with that. But, they definitely haven't had sex, since the, early 80s.
Yeah.
Is that when Chelsea was born? When did that thing happen?
Yeah, when did that happen?
Because pretty soon after that is when it stopped.
Right, I think they're like a political couple, not a romantic couple,
Yeah,
which is fine, whatever works.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people look at that and they're like, oh, it's fucked up. It's creepy. I'm like, man, if these
They're a
two
power
individuals, and I gotta think, even if they're not best buds,
Yeah.
there's a certain
Respect,
relationship
yeah.
there, that and an understanding, and obviously a certain amount of caring.
Yeah.
And even though they're probably both cold-hearted people.
Maybe it works because they're both that way.
Yeah. So, and all power to them. They've done some things in this world.
Right.
Not all couples can say they've done that.
Yeah. That's some fucking powerful shit.
So, good on her and him.
Mhm.
But
Good
apparently,
on them.
I'm just saying, for any great leader, there's always some rumor that he's a fucked up dick.
Yeah.
But it may just be an easy way to attack.
Right.
Well, I shouldn't say every leader, but at least those two.
Yeah.
Let me Google it. How many world leaders have fucked up dicks? We'll see what we get.
I feel like you may have to change the wording to get good results, but what do I know?
Which world leaders? Which world leaders? Which leaders had fucked up dicks? That's not really a thing that I can see that anyone has ever Googled.
Yeah, we are on a roll today with those unique Google searches. What's up, world original thinkers right here?
Let's see. Hitler had tiny deformed penis as well as just one testicle. That comes up.
Hey, that seems whatever. How do we know? Where is this coming from?
Which one? The Hitler penis thing?
Yeah, which?
Probably from, typical people that hate Hitler.
Right.
Well, there's a Time article about the immortal myth of Hitler's deformed genitals. This is from February 20th, 2016. Jeez, that's not old.
There's a ruckus.
Um,
Casanova?
Yeah, better be.
Oh, hell yeah. Hi.
Are you guys recording?
Oh yeah, come on in. It's really some high caliber shit. It's all good.
I don't know. This is some bullshit about maybe he didn't, but it doesn't really matter.
Right. I mean, even if he did, I suppose by the time he took power, bitches were like, who gives a shit? Like, this is Hitler. I'm gonna fucking...
They probably had to.
Touche. Even if they didn't have to, though, I feel like there would be some women that are like, this is, the most powerful man in the world right now. I'm gonna fuck this guy.
Well, he had a girlfriend or fiance or whatever her name was. We learned it in history class.
Yeah, I don't know at this point.
They killed themselves together or
Right,
whatever.
it's very Romeo and
Some
Juliet.
bunker. Well, probably more like he shot her and then he's like, oh,
Shot himself, yeah.
Because he's like,
fuck this
I
shit. If
lost.
I can't have her, nobody can.
well, they were probably, I think they were going to capture him and kill him.
Would they have killed her?
Probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
But what about this whole chivalry thing?
Nah, I figure she's an accomplice somehow.
Was she?
She goes to trial. What is that? Nuremberg
Do you think
trials? I've not looked into it at all. I have no
She's
historical
so cute.
record for this. But I'm thinking probably.
Okay.
She's probably gonna die. Or did they kill them people? I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like during that
Life in
time we
prison?
were so women and children must never be hurt.
Yeah, they said women and children first on the Titanic.
Yeah.
That was years before this.
Right.
Right, yeah.
And like, I mean, did she really do anything besides be in a relationship with him? I mean, I don't know. This is a real
She
question.
would have fucked him.
Well, yeah.
I don't know, you can't just fuck Hitler.
Yeah, but you can't just prosecute someone for fucking Hitler.
I don't know.
Lady, we're fucking killing you because you sucked Hitler's dick.
They'd probably use her as like a propaganda tool and have her go like on all the like fucking the View of the day.
I'm just
what
saying,
was the View back in the 40s?
If I was...
She'd be on there with all the ladies on the like he had a micro dick. You won't believe it.
You wouldn't believe this shit.
Oh, his
If I was Hitler's girlfriend and we're sitting together in a bunk and we're about to be caught and he's like, okay, we have to kill ourselves, I'd be like, hang on. Do I have to be part of this?
Because I don't think they're going to kill me.
Because I really don't think anything's going to happen to me other than, like, people will judge me for having dated you,
I can play the victim.
Yeah, but yeah, I can just act like you forced me into it and probably have a decent life. I don't really think I need to die.
I mean, maybe. I don't know her history or anything about her.
Right.
She may have been some crazy bitch. I don't know.
She may have been.
She may have been like, ooh, I want to kill people too.
Yeah,
she may have been down there.
Totally down with it.
She might have been working down in the gas chambers.
But she might have been a normal ass bitch that just got stuck in a bad situation.
I mean, he was like pretty fly at the time.
Right.
He had like castles and mansions and
He
cars.
could have been like, no bitch, you're my bitch. And she could have been like, but? And he would have been like, I don't give
It's
a
like
shit.
the Joker and Harley Quinn. See how I did that?
Some sick shit
now
right
everyone's
there.
like, oh, I don't know if I like the Joker anymore.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of like Hitler.
Right.
He kind of is.
Shit,
He's
yeah.
all flashy.
And
he murders people.
fucked up.
And fucked up, and he's got some chick.
I need to watch that movie. What was the movie?
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I heard it's not that great, but I feel like I need to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd seen it, so I would suggest seeing it, but
Yeah.
it won't. I don't think it'll leave an impression beyond that.
I just remember as soon as that movie came out, there were all these posts about how, like, everybody says they want a relationship like Harley Quinn and the Joker, but it's abusive. And I was like, okay.
Is it abusive? I don't know. They didn't really show much of it in the movie.
Yeah, they were all referring to, like, old comics and stuff. Like, I think the thing was the movie came out and everybody was like, oh my god, I want a relationship like that. And they referred to the really old comics where he was, like, clearly mentally abusive. And then they were like, no, you don't. You dumb bitches.
Oh.
I was like, just, everybody needs to cool it. Who gives a shit? This
Dude,
is all hypothetical.
It's a comic book.
It's a comic book, yeah. This
Why?
is all made up.
When did we start putting so much weight in the comic books?
Oh, we put so much weight into everything.
We do.
It's so dumb.
It's like first comic books. What's next? Coloring books?
Probably.
You don't understand what this coloring book means. I mean, I'm not saying comic books can't be about anything, but most of the time...
They can have depth, but...
Most of the time it's, basic hero mythology stuff that's been around
or
forever.
like, it's just like if somebody chooses to relate a certain part of themselves to a character, you don't have to jump down their throat about all the ways that the character is bad news.
That's right. Exactly.
It's fictional.
And the Joker's a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's a bad person.
Right, and everybody knows that.
Yeah.
And if somebody's like, yeah, well, I relate to the Joker, it's not like you're going to surprise them by being like, oh, he's a sociopath.
It's like the devil's a bad guy, but there's like...
People like to relate to him.
There's like crazy... I don't know, like the metal music, and they're like, oh, Satan's cool,
Satan is my master.
Rock, dude.
Right.
They do the devil horns.
Yeah!
Yeah, because this is for Satan.
666.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Suck my dick.
666, suck my dick.
And,
I'm gonna get a tattoo. That's 666, suck my dick.
I like it. I like it. You should get that. It's actually good. Like, it should be like of a penis with like devil horns. That'd be good.
No.
That'd be good. You should do it.
I'll get it as a tramp stamp.
I'm gonna wait till we're out somewhere drunk again. I'm like, it's time to go get tattoos. I'm like,
that'll be the two in the bush tattoo.
You should get the penis with the devil horns, remember? Oh my god.
I can't wait.
Oh boy.
I cannot even wait.
How long have you been recording?
Oh hell, let's see. Only 58 minutes, actually.
Wow.
It feels like it's been like an hour and 45.
So while we're on the topic of dicks, we do have the man with two dicks, which I brought up last time. Do we want to cover the man with two dicks?
Hell, let's do it, because it's been so long that I scarcely remember it now.
Well, there's just a man who has two penises, that's all. Man with...
This leads me to a lot of questions.
Well, he did like a Reddit Ask Me Anything, so we have...
So, like, If you're pleasuring one penis and you reach orgasm, do they both come, or does just one come?
Whoa, let me find the Reddit page again so I can find these answers.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna keep coming up with questions.
Well, I believe...
Are they next to each other, or like one on top of the other?
Oh, there's a picture. So...
I'm so excited. Because, like, can you, like, be with two partners, or are they too close?
You can definitely be... This guy has definitely been with two partners.
Hell yeah.
Male and female. So
can they reach orgasm at different times?
No, I believe... Well, let me find the... You know what? Let me actually find the answers here.
Are you experiencing it all as one pleasure, or as two separate pleasures?
Let's see...
Do the testicles, like, go to each penis, or does one, like, not even, like, shoot?
I'm trying to find the answers to all these, and...
Are they the same size? Is one bigger than the other?
They are pretty much
do
the
they
same
have the
size.
same sensitivity? Is what, like, do you prefer one penis to the other, or are you like, this is my dominant penis?
You just need to go read this
like,
Ask Me Anything from years ago.
Don't suck that one. That one is less sensitive than the other.
There is definitely a primary penis.
Yeah.
And the one that has more sensations, and the one that gets harder.
I was just gonna say, can the primary get hard while the secondary remains limp?
I believe can one be hard and the other not? Let's see. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Here's an answer. Always starts that way. Left one starts to get semi first, then stops at a certain point. Right one then gets rock hard. And if I'm horny enough, the left one will continue to stiffen up and get bigger. Once or twice with a cock ring on, they've both been equally rock hard.
Ooh,
so there you go.
So
there you go.
Cock ring to enhance the pleasure. So his right one is dominant.
Yeah.
So they are next to each other, not one on top of the other.
Oh yeah, they're next to each other. He must be right-handed.
Is he?
I don't know.
I don't think that's relevant.
I don't know. Well,
maybe he just has better circulation on the right side. Or maybe
right side dominant.
Maybe the one that's on the right is actually in the middle, and then the one that's on the left is just like off to the left of the middle dominant penis. You know, maybe they're not actually one on the right and one on the left. There's just like there's one in the middle and one to the left of the middle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That could be.
I over-explained that.
Let's see. What other questions did we have? I don't know. I'm trying to find your answers.
Thank you.
So, like, do you tell women about it before? Or are they surprised? Yeah.
Don't say a damn thing, and she just pulls off your pants, and there's two dicks.
Well, he said he did that a lot in his teenage years, but now he likes to tell people.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, what did the girls do when they were surprised?
Oh my goodness. What would be your reaction?
I don't know. I feel like I would pretend to not notice, because I'd be afraid to offend him.
Now we have... That is the greatest movie scene. Just ignoring this other dick and then never bringing it. Just not bringing it.
Never talking about it at all.
And he's just waiting. But he's not bringing it up because he's waiting for you.
Yeah, and I feel like it's rude of me to bring up his second penis. So I'm not gonna. I have complexes about offending people or like broaching subjects that I should not broach because I was very much taught as a child to mind your own fucking business. Don't ask questions. Stay out of people's hair. I feel like that's actually what I would do. I mean, if I was, like, in a relationship with him, that would be different. But if this was, like, a hookup, I would not say anything. And I would either just, like, make up a reason to leave, or I would just act like it wasn't there.
That's fair enough. And I want to apologize to any of our conservative listeners. Well, I'm just reading what's posted on here.
You know what? If you're a conservative listener, you don't belong here. I don't apologize.
I mean, because this is what... Because you posed the question, which one does the orgasm out of? Is it both? Well, he says, nah.
Neither?
They both come at the same time.
Okay.
But if you're working on the left one, you have to suck it out. The right one launches every time.
So wait, like he comes in the left one, but it doesn't come out?
I think it just probably just leaks. It's kind of like a little trickle down effect.
Okay.
But the right one's
I was thinking
launcher.
it was like stuck in the penis.
No.
Okay.
Maybe that's what he means. I think it just kind of comes. It just kind of.
Right on. It's a little bit weaker stream.
It's a weak stream on that side. What else? Have you named them? Yeah, he hasn't. How do people?
Thinking yin and yang.
How do women react? Varies from girl to girl. Some have been like, "Wow." Some have been like, "That's fake." Some have freaked out, like called me names. Most are pretty curious though. But I don't have casual sex anymore. I stopped that a few years back. Didn't like the empty feeling inside after a one-night stand. Did a lot of those in my late teens. A lot of them. But for the most part, girls were nervous and some changed their mind at the last minute. Dudes never change their mind.
Damn!
They always wanted it, even if they're freaked out a little bit. Which that sounds, I buy all that.
Right.
I mean, I buy anything this guy says. You don't need to lie about
this
anything
is
if you have
all-
2 dicks.
Is he like... Is he like fucking with one and then kind of jerking himself off with the other? Is he just letting it chill there?
I think he lets it chill there, I don't know, I can't find that direct question, so I'll just answer for him.
Yeah, I'm sure he lets it just chill.
I'm assuming he lets it chill, but if there's, it seems like he has a lot of threesomes and whatnot, so there's always an
Right.
extra hand.
Yeah. Huh. Super fascinating business.
Let's see. Have you ever considered a career in porn? He said no, he didn't want to become a gimmick.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's fair. Interesting.
I make noise for
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You've already seen this.
This is art, Cassie. Jesus, what are you doing?
Do you alternate?
Alternate.
Do you got an alternator in there? Oh my God, I'm having a tough time. Guys, I had to get up at like 7 in the morning. It was tough.
Yeah, you worked day shift with me today.
I did. Do you alternate penises, or peni, whatever, when masturbating? He says, LOL, I have, and I can. I usually just jerk the right one.
Yeah.
The left one gets caught up in the mayhem sometimes, but either way, he gets
Me
off
too.
too. LOL.
I also get caught up in the mayhem.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he do both? Like, use one hand for each?
Come on, that's a lot of work.
I guess, yeah.
What is that? Oh.
I wish you all could see what just happened here.
No one wants to see that. No one wants to see that. But,
But would it, like, double your pleasure, or is it all the same?
definitely would double your pleasure.
Like, I feel like it would be worth it.
Oh,
If I
mean, I
never
would go
mind,
for it.
we're not-
But,
I just feel like if I had 2 clits, I'd be working with both of them, you know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, we can look that up next. 2 clit chick.
Let's look that up.
I'm trying to find a picture of this penis.
Oh yeah,
Just
I do
so-
want to see it.
Just so you can actually believe.
I wonder if
there-
they're like equal
there it is.
sizes. Huh. Yeah, okay, so the right one seems a little bit like more sturdy.
Yeah, a little sturdier.
Not longer, but
is
sturdier.
that is quite intimidating.
Yeah,
That's just-
I think if I saw that, I would just pull his pants back up.
That's launched out in front of you. But that's a man with 2 penis. It seems like it'd be difficult to just walk.
FYI, I'm only 1.5 inches longer than I used to be.
He's still concerned about size.
Yeah, like this isn't what this is about, buddy.
This-
For the record, he does have a tape measure next to the second penis, and it is 8 inches.
which is fairly large.
Sizable, yeah.
And he's got 2 of them.
Right.
So really 8 times 2.
Yeah, so it's just... Okay, so there's not really one in the middle. It truly is
No,
left
they're
and
side
right.
by side.
They're because I kind of thought maybe it would be kind of like with Siamese twins, how like one is definitely the dominant twin,
Yeah.
and one is kind of just off to the side.
A lot of this
attached.
happens, sometimes. He's one of the few that I think has 2 pristine
Right.
penises.
Yeah,
Most
good
of the
for
time
him.
it's like a deformed
Yeah.
thing kind of sticking out.
Like you're lucky you even survived.
Yeah.
I'm diphallic, dude.
Okay, I'm
is the
staring
twin
at this
handle.
penis for too long.
These peanuts.
They were just sitting there, and I'm just like, okay, I get it, I got it, and you know what? They're not. I mean,
I wonder
they're
if
well
there's
kept.
a girl out there who has 2 vaginas that are side by side, and they would fit together nicely, and they could be in love.
There may be, but she may not be flaunting it on the.
Right, because there
Internet.
would. I think if I had 2 vaginas, I would tell no one. There would be a lot of shame with that. Whereas with dicks, it's a little bit more open. It's still weird, but it seems less uncomfortable. Would you agree?
The woman with 2 vaginas. Woman with 2 vaginas speaks out about the physical. British woman reveals difficulties in having. Lots of people have 2 vaginas. I don't know if there's pictures.
I would really appreciate. Click on images.
Yeah, there's some diagrams.
Oh, I don't want a diagram. I want to see the 2 vaginas.
But I don't think a woman.
Lady,
A lady with 2
get over your
vaginas
body
is
shame.
far too classy.
Okay, Lady of Two Vaginas, if you're listening, please send us a picture.
There is, like, literally not a picture. It is kind of shocking. I thought there'd at least be one
Yeah.
two vagina picture out there.
What in the world?
Whatever that is. I don't know.
I think that's just, you know how on
That might
like
be
your MacBook there's like photo booth and you can take like a mirror image?
Yeah.
I think that's
think
a
that's
vagina
it?
mirror image.
Really? I thought it was a butthole. But
Oh.
vagina, butthole, same thing.
Oh yeah, you might be
They
right.
were.
They're not all that. Yeah.
Man, there's no.
Visually different.
There are no two vaginas anywhere on here. Oh, I've got two vaginas. Oh, but she's not showing a picture of it.
Right. Well, is this like a Oh no, that's her uterus.
No.
I'm at a really
Oh, no,
weird angle for the
404.
record. Oh, woof.
We got a 404.
Woof. We got a 404 over here.
Well, hey, if anyone out there can find us two like a woman with two vaginas.
Or perhaps you have two vaginas.
Yeah, send us a pic.
Yeah.
Over. We
Please,
just want to know.
we request nudes formally.
We've seen two penises. Now we just
Now
see
we
the
need
next
to see two vaginas.
next step. What about, you know, it's crazy because you're like, man, two penises is crazy. Well, we have like people with two heads.
That's true.
But I mean, technically they're conjoined
But we
twins.
have such a thing about genitals that we're like, oh, two penises, that's nuts.
What about conjoined twins? Think about that.
Do they have two? Well, usually it's like they're like,
No, I'm
they
just
have
saying.
two heads though, and then the rest is all just one.
But sometimes they have separate.
Yeah.
Like, how do you jerk off? With your brother right
Oh
there.
my god, yeah. Or like, okay, say one of you has a boyfriend and the other
Yeah.
doesn't. You share a vagina. Is it rape to one of you?
I think you both have to give consent. I don't think you'd be like, shut up, that's my boyfriend.
Right. Well, what if you are in love with this guy and your sister doesn't like your boyfriend at all?
That's-
Or here's a real like, do your chemical feelings towards your boyfriend affect your sibling because it's all the same body? So like maybe they grow to also love your.
But they have
significant
different
other because of
brains.
the chemicals.
They have different
But
heads.
still, like
I
the
think,
stuff goes through your whole body, like your, especially like sexually, like there's stuff. I don't know. I'm just wondering if it would affect you a little bit.
Let's see. Finally, an answer about. I don't know.
Or like, let's say you
Okay.
each have a boyfriend. You know, is Lily's boyfriend jealous of Hermione's boyfriend because he also has sex with you technically?
I'm sure it's.
And how do you split that up? Like, who gets to have sex when? Tonight's my night. And are you both, when the guy's fucking both girls, is he like just paying attention to the one girl, the other girl's like over here reading a book and then also getting climax? Or like, you know, like you're present, you're having sex with both of them.
I'm trying to read an article about it. And,
Maybe you share a boyfriend. And then there's just fuck tons of weirdness and jealousy with that. I don't know. I don't want that kind of intimacy ever for any reason. Sharing a body with somebody.
Oh
I
no.
feel like you'd have to share a boyfriend. You'd
I'm
have to be
trying to
dating both of
understand
you.
it. They have sex for sure. They
But
have
what
babies.
if he only likes one of you?
Oh well, then damn, that would suck.
That would really fucking suck. Like, I don't want to be the reject sister.
Well,
Whatever.
You're rejected just like this podcast is.
Oh, fuck off.
I'm leaving.
We're done here.
All right, guys. Hey, we're actually not mad at each other.
We are.
We just ran out of time, so we just had to end the podcast abruptly.
Yes, very authentically.
Yes.
This is truly where we ended it originally.
So we will see y'all later.
See y'all later. Have a great... Oh, donate to the flood.
Oh yeah, hey guys, I'm donating $5 to the Red Cross to help the flood victims, and I really did do this earlier.
Oh, he already did.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah,
This isn't something that he's going to say he's going to do and then not
you're
do.
gonna send
It's
a
done.
text. I did it. I got suckered in.
Cool.
So match my $5 or more, and we'll have contributed.
We'll make
some
a bigger
small
difference
amount.
than Joel Osteen.
Yeah. See you in hell, Joel.